So, um, hello everyone. My name is Kangjia Huang, also known as Frank. You can call me. And then this is my partner in the window. Can you give me a little wave or something?
Yes, hello, I'm Max.
Yeah, he is Max. And then our project is going to be EnergEZ, which is an electricity saving support app for at-home environmentalists.
Yeah, so as you guys might know, in the past few decades, there has been a massive increase in energy usage, especially in the developed countries, as seen here in the darker red, like the United States, of course. And so, with environmentalism becoming the new hip thing, and also urban electricity costs being on the rise, you don't want to pay those bills. They're very expensive nowadays. Households across America are trying to reduce their energy usage, often manually, which is fairly difficult.
Mhm. Yeah. And to give you guys some idea of statistics here, according to the US, like there's Energy Information Association, the average annual consumption of like a US residential utility customer, meaning like your own home, for example, in 2021, the annual consumption was 10,600 kilowatt hours alone, which is a lot of energy. And right, that is just electricity. There's obviously also other facets of energy usage, but electricity is the most like largest usage of any source of energy in the home right now. And so our idea came from this idea of, well, since everyone nowadays, right, is using some kind of smart home device, often things that are really it could range anywhere from like having an Alexa and a few smart bulbs to having a few smart plugs at home so that you can make a lot of non-smart devices have some sort of smart functionality. And also the other thing is every single appliance that you have, for example, your refrigerator, your fans, your toasters, all of that, they all have very well documented power consumption data. Oftentimes you'll see, for example, on the plug, it says like rating, input voltage, output, and then you have like wattage and etc. And so, and also additionally, if you have a device that's already smart, right, let's say a smart washing machine, that can also provide some additional information of, for example, what cycle is on and what information, like you can like also use like probably like APIs to turn it on or off. You can say like, oh, it's the start of cycle or whatever. And so it gives you additional controls. And so the idea is to combine this into our app.
Yeah, so looking at our app, generally the functionality of it will be that it collects the basic power usage data from these well-documented um, kind of information from these devices that we all have nowadays, um, and also has the data of whether it's on or off, and um, the app also supports like smart plugs that can help you, um, I guess, perform on and off actions remotely. And so with this information, thresholds can be automatically set by the app or by the user, depending on preference, and they can set it to be automatically enforced or manually enforced based on behavioral trends in order to create the most, um, I guess, financially good and environmentally good energy usage in the household with hundreds of electrical devices. And you can also have, billing details if you want to meet financial goals instead of electricity goals.
The other thing is we have alerts that are supported for exceeding threshold. And also we have alerts for like, for example, if a device is on for an unusually long time. So it's not just like, oh, this device has been on for a few hours, consider turning it off. It's like, if you typically, we see you using it for, let's say like 5 minutes at a time or 10 minutes at a time, and then one day it's on for, let's say 3 hours, then we might say, oh, that looks a little out of the ordinary. Have you ever considered like maybe you left this on by accident? So something like that. And of course, as a baseline feature for our app, we're going to have an on-off list where all of the devices that you that you add into the app, you can remotely control, which is another nice function to have.
Yeah, so even in the rare case of online data, or I guess like specific data for your device not existing, because there are many devices out there, and especially if we move to like international, the app can still provide like reasonable estimates based on data from other people or other devices, and basically all of this consumption data that we have will be used to set, I guess, kind of analyze the trends of the individual user over time. And this, of course, creates our analysis that allows the auto electricity balance function if the user desires. Of course, they don't have to use this tailored experience. They can also select some devices which they want to control manually.
Yeah. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how our energy thresholds work. So as we've mentioned before, it is basically the user can set quotas, or the app can automatically determine for quotas for energy consumption. And so basically what's going to happen is instead of, for example, when you're almost exceeding your energy quota, instead of it being like, oh, the refrigerator has been on for a long time and it's the highest one with the one with the highest wattage or whatever, instead of just outright killing the refrigerator, it's going to be like, oh, maybe these lights are really usually used only like 20 minutes at a time every single day. They've been on for about an hour now, so maybe we can try to kill those, or recommend the user kill those to save more energy. So it is trying to factor in the user's typical behavior with their devices to give them more tailored suggestions that they might be less like annoyed about, versus like just saying, oh, you should kill the refrigerator, or something unreasonable like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut in for 1 second. You guys are almost, I think, at around 7 minutes. So I'm gonna ask you to, if you can, just flip through the last few slides, or just give a brief summary of what's left, because we are really over time.
Okay, yeah, so brief summary. So basically, I already talked about the financial. You can set financial goals instead of just like kilowatts or watts. And also, yeah, in summary, pretty much, we're just creating a very easy kind of control panel that assists people in saving their electricity, because doing all of this manually can be very taxing and people can forget or make mistakes. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, questions?